Focus, focus, focus on rural banking. Association of Rural Bank, it's our duty to play an advocacy role for all the rural banks. This time round, we want to spread the news across to each and every one at any corner in Ghana that rural banks exist, the rural folks. Are you being part? If you are not, please, this is the time. Look in your catchment area. Look at the rural bank around and go and do business with them. And you will never regret doing that. Thank you so much for being part of us. Rural Banks, advocacy for development. Rural and Community Banks, together for progress.
Focus on rural banks, bringing rural banking closer to the people.
Focus on Rural Bank. Focus on Rural Bank brings to you stories of our various rural banks. We get to learn of the goals they've set, the success stories they have chalked.
We are among the top 10 rural banks in Ghana, and year on year we record significant growth in almost all our performance indicators.
Yɛntumi ntwa aban sɛ aban na ɛmɛyɛ ne nyina enti bank ne de to yɛ ho so ama yɛkɔsi market no kakraka.
And the hurdles they face over time in the banking sector.
We do have a cost of the more the buy na yɛntumi ma loans. You see am adoma the bank of risk and ɔmo de tɛtɛ ɔmo
na yɛ problem baako a yɛwɔ as a rural bank. They pick it up from a form. Then I could draw through. Could draw through where we are was some of them in rubber. Officer, baby, I would true rubber continues.
Make a date with me, and I, Eva Hackman, will be your host for this program.
Focus on rural banks, bringing rural banking closer to the people.
We thank you for bringing us all here together, even to go through this process and then for our AGM. We commit everything we are going to do here onto your hands. We ask Spirit of God that you come and take absolute control. We ask that you come and direct the affairs of this AGM and let it be a successful one. We commit every decision that we take here onto your hands. We ask that your Spirit will lead us and cause us to make the right choices that would affect us. We thank you for bringing us this far. We thank you for our 10th anniversary. We thank you for the next 10 years ahead of us. We know that even as you have started with us, you will bring us to a successful end. We give you all the praise, we give you all the glory. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
You're all warmly welcome once again. We have special guests in our midst, and I would like to acknowledge their presence. But before then, I would want us to specially acknowledge the presence of our sponsors. Vodafone, they are here. Star Group, the IT Solutions, Brainiac, SoftClick, FYB, GIZ, and Gamfin, who are emphasis, are also here. And you are all welcome. Thank you so much for honoring our 10th anniversary. I want us to recognize these special dignitaries in our midst. We have Professor Samuel Kobe, Enim. He's our guest of honor for this occasion. He's a government statistician and also a financial expert. We also have Mr. Bernard Otabel, who is the head of other financial who is representing Bank of Ghana government this morning. They are here with us, and so we would want to recognize their presence. As they come, we will recognize them. I've also just been prompted that we have the Eastern Deputy Regional Minister in our midst, and he is in the person of Mr. Samuel Nyote Ayite, who forgive me if I get the pronunciation wrong. Thank you so much for gracing our program. We shall now invite our board chairperson, Mrs. Regina Kumi, to give us a welcome address. Please, a round of applause for her.
Good morning. I would like to welcome the Prof. and Samoke for honoring our invitation. We are very grateful to see my good brother Bernard Otabel here. I know I'm so excited because it was like I was not expecting to see him, but when he got here, I was so glad to see him. So, Mr. Otabel, I know you love us so much. That's why you are here, and we are very grateful for your time with us. He's our new boss, the Commander-in-Chief now, the head of OFSIP. He's Mr. Bernard Otabel. He's now our new boss who is going to take charge at the Bank of Ghana. So we are happy to have him also in our midst. Our dear brother also there, I want to officially welcome you. I think we were expecting the minister, but since the deputy is here, we are blessed to have you. I want to officially welcome you and thank you for your time with us. I also want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Yao Jeffrey, the council board, who is also in our midst today. And I'm happy and glad to see the people who protect us in the country. I think I really want to appreciate them because yesterday, for those of you who was at the Echo Park at Bumsu, when we were coming in our buses and all the private cars, they gave us a motorcade, a police escort. And we are grateful of you, and we are so proud of you, because you made us feel like the president of Ghana for once. And we are very grateful for that. And today too, you are here to grace the occasion. We are grateful. All protocol observed, the executive secretaries of other APES bodies, and all members and all protocol observed. As we close another successful year for the Microcredit Association Ghana, we would like to celebrate the key moments with you. A decade in the life of an association like ours is worth celebrating. 10 years ago, this association was established with the objective of representing the aspirations of microcredit operators. Through hard work, the board, secretariat, and members have built an association that is respected both nationally and globally. From a humble beginning of just 26 members, the association's membership has now grown to 31 tier 3 members and institutions and 500 and something, there was a typo error, sorry. 570 something tier 4 members. We are also proud to have excellent secretariat managed by the profession to provide administrative support on behalf of the association. So you can see that there have been a very big growth from 26 members to over 600 and something or 700 or more members as at now. It's a very good, significant as an association, and let's acknowledge that. Over the past decade, we have witnessed incredible development across the microfinance space. The notable one is the regulation of the subsector. Indeed, the association has been at the forefront of many of these developments, providing leadership through capacity development, stakeholder engagement, dissemination of best practice among our members. MCAC has collaborated with other key stakeholders to develop a policy framework that supports a pro-growth operating environment for both the operators and their clients. We have come this far because we dare to dream big. We have come this far because we believe in the cause. We have journeyed far. We dreamed big. We innovated radically. And in the end, we delivered solid outcomes to our members and clients by giving them access to the landscape of new economic opportunity through financial inclusion. We weathered many storms and never once lost our determination to seek out new ways and ideas on how to be better at doing good for our members. I'll now move on the achievements. Under achievements, we try to cut it short because if you go to our past AGM booklets, we've had a lot of them and we didn't want to repeat them. Some are part of our name change and all the achievements, of which if you compile the past AGM booklets, you know most of the achievements. But for some, we have highlighted it to talk about it today. Over the decade, the board working together with members and other key partners has been able to achieve the following: corporate governance, an efficient corporate governance system which has ensured stability in the leadership management of the association. The system of leadership, selection, terms and evaluation has been established. The bottom-up leadership structure has ensured that each region and zone has a representation in the decision-making process with the support of the RAFID, BUSAC, and GIZ and all these funds. We have reviewed our constitution and code of conduct and ensured the adoption of same by members. Under secretariat, there is a well-established secretariat with the right human and capital resources, which provide the needed administration support to the association and its members. We currently have our national office in Accra and a regional office fully staffed also in Kumasi. Under membership, the association membership currently stands at 631 limited liability companies and 569 enterprises, which are all licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Under partnership, the association in the 10 years of existence has partnered with several organizations and institutions in order to achieve its set objectives. Notably among these institutions are, number one on my list is the Bank of Ghana. They've really been supportive and very good, especially in the process of getting licensing and other things. Even with MCAC, we have been blessed. The Bank of Ghana really supported us with the sector of the self-regulation, and today we salute them for that. Among them was the GIZ, a strong partner that has never left MCAC behind. As of today, they are the strong partner that is still holding and living with all the associations. And for GIZ, we are grateful. The German partners, we are very grateful to them. For BUSAC Fund, along the line, they also supported us in trying to strengthen our corporate governance and other systems, and we are also grateful to them. RAFIP is no more, but the Ministry of Finance still have a different project upcoming. So in that they haven't really branded with the name, we still acknowledge RAFIP, because MCAC wouldn't have been 10 years today without the support of the Rural and Agricultural Finance Project that was in place in the past years. I remember very well that they supported us in a lot of ways. And most of the funding that we were able to save was out of this RAFI project. And today, I salute that project. And GAMFIM has really been very supportive. I quite remember starting the association, people didn't want to even hear about money lenders. But GAMFIM was there. They put themselves together with the ministry. Even on the RAFI projects, they were like, why should we include money lenders? But I'm grateful that today we are one of the strong and greatest associations that people are seeing around. So GAMFIM, we won't leave you out. We are grateful to you as partners. Acquisition of permanent office facility. The board worked assiduously to acquire a building for the association. Plans are far advanced to conclude on the contract of sale. It is hoped that the incoming board will expedite action on the process so that the association can have a place of its own by close of the year. With this one, I want to explain to members, we had a property at East Legon. When we were concluding, the woman changed his mind. But as it stands now, we have something in the pipeline. And I'm very confident. I know today, right after here, I end my mandate as the board chair. But I'm very confident in the people I see coming that they will finalize this process, and before the close of the year, we'll have this in place. One will never talk about a success of celebrating 10 years without challenges. So now I'll move to the challenges. 10 years in the life of an association cannot go without challenges. Some of the challenges we have faced are regulatory non-compliance, non-compliance with the code of conduct of the association, limited financial and human resources, among others. However, we have managed to surmount most of the challenges and also learn valuable lessons along the way. I believe those experiences would enrich the process of building the association going forward. Our annual general meeting provides us with the excellent opportunity to take stock of the activities and operations of the associations. As we celebrate this special occasion, we encourage all our members to dream about what the next 20 years will bring, especially given the current challenges and uncertainties that we are all facing in the sector. On behalf of the MCAC board and management, I would like to acknowledge our founding members, of which some are here today. They really worked very hard to get us to where we are today. We are grateful to them very well for their vision and determination to make MCAC the most vibrant national microfinance association and a great institution. I also want to extend my warmest thanks to our members and donors, partners and staff for their support in creating a better microfinance sector. On members, I would like to emphasize and salute one member in our midst. The reason why I want to salute that member in our midst today is few of our people who do what that man have done. And whilst I'm saluting members for your support, I wouldn't leave. I think every day when I leave and close my eyes, I will salute this man. This was a man who was appointed on our finance committee, and they were working very hard because before the board meets every time to endorse financial statements and other things, the finance committee normally oversees spending of the secretariat and everything. And they also do internal auditing of every spending. So when we were forming this finance committee, we have board members and non-board members who are members to be part. And I have one great member, Mr. KB Asante. He was on this board, never took a dime, not even a single allowance. He came for free, and I can never forget this. And I want all members here to salute and clap for him. Mr. Asante, we want to see you. I would also like to congratulate all the secretariat staff for completing another excellent year. Indeed, the secretariat staff have done a great sacrifice, and I salute them for all that they've done to bring us this far. On a personal note, since this will be my last AGM as a member of the board and chair, I would like to personally pay tribute to the board the Secretariat, and entire membership of the association for your support and encouragement. I would also like to thank all stakeholders and partners for standing with us throughout the journey. We would not have come this far without you. On this note, I open up for the 10th annual general meeting for Microcredit Association.
Thank you so much, Madam Chairperson. We still have some dignitaries in our midst, and we will have to recognize their presence. We have Chief Superintendent Enopari Fusuhene, who is the Municipal Police Commander of Koforidua Division. He is here to represent the regional commander. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion. And then we also have the Executive Secretary of GAMSI, Mr. Joseph Donko, in our midst. Please, let's see you. Thank you so much. And then we also have the Executive Secretary of GASA, that's the Savings and Loans Association. Please, shall we see you? Mr. Senegal Kodria, CK. We also have Mr. Edmond Benjamin Adi, who is the General Manager of Ghana Cooperative Susu Collective Association. Thank you so much for welcome. We have Mr. Roderick Aye from ARB, that's the Rural Bank. Please, shall we see you? Thank you so much. Welcome. And then Mr. Jodu Kwartin, KUA, Credit Union Association. Thank you so much. We always invite you and we do honor our invitation. We are very grateful. Thank you very much. We shall now have a message from my Executive Secretary, Mr. Ebenezer Colton.
Madam Chair, before I give my message, I would want all of us to observe a minute silence for one of our charity members who joined his maker in the course of the year. Our member lost his life through a motor accident. May the good Lord keep his beautiful soul. Amen. He was the owner of Best Microcredit Services in Asamankesi. Madam Chair, our special guest of honor, Professor Samuel Kwabena Eni, Government Statistician and a Development Finance Expert. Deputy Minister, Eastern Region, Mr. Samuel Nwete Ayiti, Head of Offset, Mr. Bernard Otape, representing the Governor of Bank of Ghana. Board members present, Head of GAMFIN, Mr. Yawjemfi, the representative of the Regional Police Commander, cherished members of our great association, MCAC, past executives, partners, and sponsors, friends of the media. I am honored and privileged as the Executive Secretary of the Microcredit Association Ghana to welcome you all to MCAC's 10th anniversary and annual general meeting. We do appreciate it a lot for taking time off your busy schedule to be with us this morning. Today, we celebrate 10 years of existence as a microcredit association. I say congratulations to you for believing in the microcredit dream and acted with conviction and changed the narratives about microcredit. It is fit and proper then that on this occasion we recognize and honor the men and women who built the Microcredit Association 10 years ago, and ensuring that practitioners operated in a regulated environment. They spent their money their energy and time to build the association. What we see today is the seed that they sowed some 10 years ago. They faced the music even when they did not like the tune. At this juncture, let's acknowledge the following for their untiring efforts and unalloyed commitment in building this water. Mr. Lawrence Anyete Eje, I of microfinance cannot be whittled down. With a handful of members at the initial stages, the association has grown not only in numbers, but in considerable capacity and influence. Some modest gains have been made in our 10 years of existence in a regulated environment. The association has played a key advocacy role, in the microfinance space. It has aided the formulation of policies, helped shape the regulatory framework for our microfinance to thrive. In 2007, the Bank of Ghana embarked on an exercise to clean up the banking and financial sector. The decision was, among others, due to capital inadequacy issues, liquidity challenges, poor corporate governance structures, and regulatory infractions. In the recent cleanup of the industry, 39 of our members had their licenses revoked. Madam Chair, owing to the structure of the Ghanaian economy, where over 70% of our people operate in the informal sector, microcredit will continue to play a critical role in the socio-economic development of the country. The contribution of microcredit permeates every sector of our national life. In fact, credit to small, medium, and micro businesses have been a key driver of our economy. Notwithstanding the gains made over the years, cost of funds for on-lending is still high. Also, non-performing loans continue to affect the quality of our portfolio. In recent times, some defaulting clients brazenly dared lenders to bring an action against them in the event of default. A successful microcredit operation will require the institutional protection of the borrower and some form of support for the lender. The lender-borrower relationship, I believe, should be mutually beneficial and symbiotic. Thus, a thriving microcredit operation would need institutional support. We therefore call on other stakeholders, institutions, such as the judiciary, to support us in the credit delivery process. Let me stress that, Madam Chair, microcredit institutions are not deposit-taking institutions. Last night at the dinner, Yaudinvi made this point very clear. Microcredit institutions are not deposit-taking institutions. The license we hold does not allow us to accept deposit members. The business rules and sanctions explicitly prohibit deposit-taking by microcredit institutions. The public is therefore advised not to save with microcredit institutions. You know, I'm very passionate about this issue, because if you continue as an association, these are some of the things the regulator may be watching closely. Madam Chair, over the years, the association, in partnership with other stakeholders, have provided capacity building and development interventions for our members with a view to improving the quality of management decisions around issues such as portfolio risk management, business continuity, and social impact awareness. Going forward, corporate governance and compliance training, which are key ingredients for a successful business, will be pursued vigorously as an integral part of our training programs. Over the past decade, Madam Chair, the association has contributed immensely to deepening financial inclusion. The recent challenges in the financial sector, however, require that we chart a path in our quest for growth and sustainability. It is in this regard that I call for a national dialogue to discuss the future of microfinance in Ghana, because that is the bedrock of our economy, I believe. Again, as part of the regulatory reforms in the banking space, an act for the industry would be apt. The General Assembly at the 9th AGM amended the constitution of the association to meet the needs of the members and address critical issues such as gender. Madam Chair, the Program for Sustainable Economic Development of the German Development Corporation in 2018 supported the association in developing risk management and supervision guidelines, capacity building in credit appraisal and delinquency management. Earlier, the GIZ engaged a consultant to develop a software to members who do manual operations, and also to enable members to submit prudential reports. It is important to mention that at this juncture, the contribution of GIZ PSED over the years has been phenomenal. GIZ PSED has always been a worthy partner. BUSAC Fund and RAFID were also timely interventions that aided our advocacy and capacity building, respectively. The financial resources of the association continue to be managed with prudence and tact. Notwithstanding the recent financial crisis, the fact that part of our investment is locked up, the association's finances are intact. Madam Chair, the Finance Committee deserves all the commendation for instituting robust control mechanism that has enabled us to weather the storm. Last year, the board instituted an award scheme to recognize members who have distinguished themselves in industry. So at our 9th AGM in Takoradi, Multi-Credit Limited, a Tier 3 member, and Speedline Microcredit Services, Tier 4, were recognized for their contribution to the industry. The award scheme has come to stay, Madam Chair. In the coming years, we work to enhance the scheme and recognize members in key areas such as gender, corporate governance, and client protection. The strength of every association is its welfare system. MCAT's constitution provides for the welfare of its members, especially in times of need. A draft welfare charter will be laid before the General Assembly to be considered and approved in order to support members in times of need. The association and its member institutions believe in giving back to communities where they operate. These communities are important stakeholders in the business. Corporate social responsibility is an important component in the industry. In 2018, as part of the 9th General Meeting, the association donated in cash and kind to the Catholic Special Vocational Center, the Autism Center at Fijai, Takoradi. This year, we are assisting the Koforidua Regional Hospital to renovate the mental health unit. I think that was done 3 days ago, and it was awesome. There are a few amongst us, executives of the association, who gave birth to MCAT. Others nurtured it, even as the rest ensured that the association found its feet. It is time to take a bow. They have demonstrated self-sacrifice by serving with distinction, despite the turbulence of the sea. The crew, led by Captain Regina Kumi, is not here with us, Mr. Setijeba. Our special guest, the Deputy Eastern Regional Minister,